the right way, by the way?
Huh? Yeah.
Is this the way we came?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Even the cinema here is open till like 12. So no, they're open till like 2 o'clock in the morning. Crazy. I thought you'd like it around here. This is quite vloggy.
Vloggy.
For vlogging. Vloggy.
Everyone's on the bikes.
Yep.
Wow. It's really cool.
In World War II.
We should get a bike.
Just to be like, okay.
So, yeah, but yeah, I think your mum said this was the summer palace, maybe?
Yeah. That's part of the Christmas area there.
Where?
Over there. It looks like it from over there, doesn't it? Look at that.
Do you know who this is?
Huh?
The statue. Who is that?
There's a...
I'm guessing no.
No, not a clue. Some dude.
Hollandia. It's a cool building. Can I cross?
Yeah, why not? I would fucking sorry you though, because I don't think your mum would forgive you for being flat about it.
Probably not. It's nice with the sun setting over there as well. Always looks better at night time with all the lights. That's cool with the boat and the lights. Yeah, yeah.
So that's what they do.
Makes sense. Might not be able to fit them through the doors if, with it being so small.
Well, it means you don't have to drag them up the stairs.
Yeah.
I thought you'd have pointed that one out, didn't you? Didn't know. Didn't know that one. No. Yeah. That's a big guitar, isn't it?
Yeah. I've never seen that.
You ever seen it locally?
Say again?
These are like the famous letters.
Oh, okay.
See, there's usually an event on in this park. I don't know.
Watch out. Uh oh. Shit.
Anyone's got run over.
I like how you were telling me to watch out. Watch out, you idiot. That over there is the Van Gogh Museum.
Oh yeah? I gotta get my mum some clogs maybe.
Vai levar isso ou não? No prato?
$2.99. They're quite pretty.
Vai levar o prato?
Yeah, I'll get some of those. Who's that statue?
That's from Brown.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, these hiccups.
He's like a cod to these people.
There's another tiger shop right there.
Yeah?
It's everywhere, I can't get away.
History is stalking you. Come on, there must be something.
What, from here? I don't know.
I bet you
Logic. To the right, you can see the St. Nicholas Church, built in 1887 in neo-Baroque style. St. Nicholas was the patron saint of sailors. On the left is the Scheepvaarthuis, the shipping house, which is also called the House with 1,000 Windows. It was built by the School of Amsterdam in a style that resembles Art Nouveau. It has the shape of a ship. Water by dikes was still quite small and only covered an area of about 200 by 1,000 metres on both shores of the Amstel.
You make me laugh.
Why?
Everyone's got their cameras pointing at One's got their camera pointing in the opposite direction. It's actually worth it. Oh yeah.
I'm kidding, I love kids. I've got 2 at home, 6 and 9. Yeah, stupid names. Yeah, some of you guys are getting it. Little kids, they just talk through the show. They're missing all the good shit. They don't even understand. Watch very carefully, bend the straight jacket. Cigarette goes into the left hand.
No, we can't
And
see
before your very eyes, well, vanish.
it. No, we can't see it.
Oh, come on, clap, you bastard. It's a good one, man.
It's
If you
really
clap
funny.
with your hands in your pocket, you're going to smash your balls.
Well, at least someone can make you.
So, you've seen them in all these windows?
Yep.
It's crazy. What?
You could buy magic mushrooms in that shop.
Oh yeah?
Yep. So, let me give you an example. You see those windows with those curtains?
Yeah.
That's the...
That's what they dance in.
Yep.
Oh.
Right here. See those seats? That's where they sit down when they're tired. Oh, just want to play with their phone. There's some down there. One there.
Damn.
Let me ask you a very interesting question, right?
Mhm.
So, do you agree with this or do you disagree with this lifestyle?
I would never take part in it, but if other people want to, who am I to tell them not to?
I like the way you think. See, these people, this is a living.
Yeah.
They either do this.
I mean, I'd like it to be the case that if they
I
felt,
feel like how much you feel.
huh?
I don't hate this place actually. Oh my god, look at that door.
I mean, if the people themselves didn't like it, then I wish that there was a way that they didn't have to do it and this sort of thing didn't exist.
There's no such thing as pimping though, you know. Oh, look, there are some people still working at this time.
Oh my god, I don't know if I want to look.
She's not naked.
Oh, okay, not naked, sort of, but I don't really want to.
Right about now, we're gonna do this all the way from Antwerp, Belgium, just across the border. Can somebody please welcome? Can somebody give it up right there? Make some noise for Netsky!
Hello to you, and I have a little bit of a cold, so you'll have to forgive me for that. I wanted to finish off this vlog with a description of my experience with shrooms, because a lot of people have asked me about it, and I just have to talk about it somehow because it was unbelievable. So I've never taken shrooms before, and we went to a shop that sells all different types of things, and I said to the shopkeeper, could you please tell me which shrooms are the least strong? And he pointed to psilocybin mushrooms, and they were like, they had scales of Okay, I'm sorry. The postman came. As I was saying, they had scales of how strong certain mushrooms were. I remember looking at purple rain. That scale was like, it had visuals, it had lots of other things that were very high up on the scale. And so the mushrooms that I took only had like 2 of each on the scale. So I thought, yeah, this is going to be safe, you know, this is going to be nothing, surely. Anyhow, I was really nervous to take them. I took them back to the apartment that we were staying in, and I was so nervous. I just ate 1 mushroom, and I was like, yeah, let me just see if this does anything. And I was already like, I thought to myself, is this a placebo effect, or are you really feeling something? I think it was a bit of both, because I left it like an hour, and then I thought, no, let me just take another 2. And then after that, I kind of lost track of time. And this is where it gets to the fun stuff. So, it started out that once I took the mushrooms, I knew what I was in for, so I was no longer panicked at this point. I was more like, bring it on, you know. There was a lampshade on, and because I didn't like the main light to be on, I never do. And there was lots of light reflections on the wall, and I remember thinking to myself, gosh, they're so beautiful. And it all surrounded, all of my visions surrounded around those lights on the wall. So it was just the reflections from this like beaded lampshade. And usually you'd look at it and you'd think, yeah, it's not really that beautiful. But I was looking at it and I was thinking, gosh, it's so nice. These reflections on the wall, they're like beautiful. So I just focused my attention purely on those. And at one point, some of this, I will say, I didn't remember. My friend had to remind me what was going on. My friend was sober. He hadn't taken anything. He's tried them before, and he said that he wanted to be sober whilst I was taking them, and I was like, yeah, probably a good idea. So I was looking at these lights on the wall, and I started going like this. Don't know why. But what would happen is when I would reach up with one arm, the lights on the wall would get bigger, and when I went down with the other hand, they would get smaller. So I'm just here like for ages, because it's really entertaining me at that point. And then after that, I was like, okay, so it begins. Next thing is that there's shadows everywhere. I noticed the shadows from the light, and the shadows are doing this. They're moving. And at this point, I cannot keep the smile off my face. Like, I'm constantly laughing. And for me, it was a new experience, because usually all I've ever tried before really is weed, and I've tried laughing gas. I've also tried synthetic weed, which is god awful. Never try it. Anyway, so I'd never been in like this really high state of mind, because like I said, I could not stop laughing. And it was nice. It was a nice feeling, because some of the things that I saw, if I saw them without being in a high state of mind, I think it could have freaked me out a little bit. Anyhow, I remember in the lights I could also see animal faces. because I remember telling my friend about it. I was like, oh, can you see the elephant? And then I was like, of course you can't see the elephant. What am I thinking? I saw a meerkat as well in the lights. Main thing is that they weren't the same colour as the animals themselves. It was more the shape, the outline of the faces were on the wall through the lights. So what happened with my mood is what's most profound, because the visuals were awesome, I'm not going to lie. I saw some amazing things. I could see, even with my eyes open, this was in the later stages, but even with my eyes open, I could see like a net of, I could see, at one point I saw the flower of life coming to me. It was like in a stream. I also saw, it was like artwork that I've seen before. So I think what's happened is anyone who's taken shrooms before has actually captured what they've seen. And I've seen that art and I can remember it was exactly the same, because I could see like a net of, like, to look into that room, usually you'd be bored. Like, the walls were blank, there was nothing in the air, obviously. But I was so entertained by just looking around in this room. And I could see eyes everywhere. In the netting that was in the air, I could see it in... So with my eyes open, yes, I believe I was using my third eye in some sense, because it wasn't like I was seeing it through my eyes, even though my eyes were open. But anyway, when I looked out, it was all very, it was just light. Light was the main thing that was helping me to see everything, because it wasn't all that colourful when I would have my eyes open. It was only until I closed my eyes would things become really colourful, because at one point I decided to listen to music. Best idea ever. And I put the headphones in, closed my eyes, and it was like I could see shapes here. They were pulsating to the music, and they were changing to orange, blue. I believe this side was triangles, this side was like some other shapes, and they were all pulsating to the music, and it was like I was in this room of shapes and colours. They were really cool. The main thing, apart from the visuals, which were awesome, another thing I mentioned about the visuals is that I saw some of the best artwork I've ever seen, and I want to try and replicate it. It was like, I don't know if my eyes were closed or open at this point, but I would see like mandalas, or I would see just patterns like Zentangle, and it would be really blurry, and then all of a sudden it would just focus, like, you know, when you have a lens and it just focuses, well, your eye is obviously a lens, but and it would just focus, and I would just be like, because I was looking at this artwork and I was thinking, yes, that is beautiful. Can I replicate that? I don't know, but I'll try. But yeah, visuals, great. The other thing was my mood. As I said to you, I was very, very happy. Didn't expect to be so happy, actually. It was pretty much like I couldn't feel low. The only time I felt low is when I would think of something negative. There were a few thoughts that popped up that were like, oh my gosh, you're still carrying that around with you? And what would happen is I would cry instantly. I felt a bit stupid at first, because I was like, why are you crying? But I had to tell my friend, like, don't worry, I know I'm crying. It's because I don't want these to turn into repressed thoughts that I don't deal with, so I'm crying now in order to get rid of them. He already understood, so that's what was very helpful about the situation. I think if I was there with someone that didn't understand, I would have to explain myself, and it would just be like, ugh. But yeah, I would cry, but it wasn't a painful cry. It was more like it was just a release. It was just a release. And with the visuals, they weren't all good. I did see some faces that were less than nice. But you know what? I just saw them, I observed them, and I wasn't scared. Usually I would be. I have a feeling those faces are just from me having watched scary films in the past or something like that. But they were just there, and I would look at them and I would be like, yeah. Because nothing could really bring me on a lower vibration, to be honest. And when I thought of something that could, my brain was telling me, you don't need to drop down to that level. You're perfectly happy where you are right now, so stay there. Another thing about the trip is that I could not think about anything else but the present moment. If I tried to think about the future or the past, it was like, it was almost impossible for me. Like, I kind of forgot that I had a family for those few hours. Because at one point I was reminded that I have a family. I was like, oh my God, yeah, I have a family. Because in that present moment, all that I knew was right there in that room. There was times where everything would just be silent, and it was like we were the only two people in the world. It was really, really cool. Because the silence that I heard was just like pure bliss. Ultimately, Shrooms showed me that I have no idea who I really am. The side to me that came out when I was on Shrooms was a side to me that I've never been aware of before. It's there, it's within me, but it wasn't there. I wasn't conscious to that before. So I was kind of like, oh man, I have such an inflated ego. I'm going around thinking I know who I am and thinking I know what people are about, but I don't. Because, like I say, it gave me a different perspective on a lot of things, and including myself. So, I know this is very jumbled, and I hope it's helping you to learn something from this experience. Another really profound thing that I saw was that when I closed my eyes, everything was black, and then all of a sudden there was a sphinx, and it was in like a hologram form, so I could see through it. But yeah, it was like a hologram, and I remember like swirls coming out of it. It was like they were doing this and just coming out. And I was like, oh, what's this about? Is this because I'm obsessed with Egypt or something? And I asked my friend, I was like, why do you think I just saw a sphinx? And he was like, maybe you were an Egyptian goddess in your past life. And I was like, I like that idea. Probably wishful thinking, but who knows? It would be kind of cool, since I am somewhat interested in Egyptian things. Okay, if you ever think about doing shrooms, depends on your state of mind and how grounded you are, but there is no way I would ever say to anyone, don't try it. It was just amazing, and actually I was sad. I was sad for it to have gone, for it to have, ended. I remember thinking at the time, I was like, oh, this is going to end soon, and I'm going to have to go back to my old thoughts. But, you've got to realise that drugs are there as a gift. They're not there to be abused. And if I'm lucky, I can reach those states of mind again through meditation, through more knowledge, so on and so forth. I was doing a bit of meditation while I was experiencing this trip. I couldn't do anything else. I couldn't even get up and go to the toilet. I was too transfixed by everything around me. So to even think about vlogging while I was tripping was like beyond me. I would breathe in really deeply, and I got a sharp pain in my back every time I did. And what I noticed is that it isn't there when I'm like now. I don't feel it. So I thought to myself, I think this is related to my chakras being blocked. So I remember doing like a mental calculation. My videos helped because I already have done 4 videos of chakras. And I worked out that it was the 3rd chakra that was feeling very painful. So I think what I learnt from my experience with that is that my 3rd chakra is in fact blocked. Otherwise, when I breathe, it would just, there wouldn't be any pain there. So it's up to me to now go and work on how I can balance out my 3rd chakra. From what I can remember, my 3rd chakra is all about my personality, who I am. You know what's really funny is that was the video that got deleted. I deleted it by accident, if you guys remember. Some of you probably do. And at the time I was thinking about it. I was like, is that why I deleted it? Because I wasn't paying enough attention to it, and I had to re-upload it, and I had to re-watch it all. So that was the thought that came into my head at the time when I realised that you know, I was possibly experiencing a blocked 3rd chakra. Just say another couple things now to you. I was unable to sleep. I was awake for a good 24 hours. No, I took the shrooms at like 9 o'clock at night, and I was awake up until 7 in the morning. I think I had an hour's sleep, and then I got up at like 8 o'clock. The come down was made a hell of a lot worse because I have a cold. And we went out for the day, and I could not keep my eyes open. It was very difficult. I feel like the shrooms really did take some energy from me. Of course, how could they not? I was using a lot of brain power when I was experiencing them. So, never take them if you have to go to work the next day. Hell no. You have to really be prepared for that. There is a come down, but it's nowhere near as bad as what other things apparently are, like MD or something like that. So, the very fact that this was the weakest form of mushrooms I could get completely and utterly blew my mind. When my friend said that to me, he was like, "You do realise that you're on the weakest shrooms right now?" And I just laughed for about 5 minutes straight, because I thought, how does it get more intense than this? And it obviously does. So can't say I'm going to try shrooms anytime soon, but definitely would try, you know, again in the future. They're not addictive. I mean, I'm kind of sad, you know, that the experience is over and whatnot, but again, that's still part of me coming down a little bit. They're still in my system, so it's bound to happen. But all in all, I cannot imagine why they are illegal. Bugs me, but I don't want to get into that debate. So, like I said to you, I was very, very nervous. I have a lot of anxiety when it comes to things like this, but there was no need, really. There was no need for me to have anxiety. It was amazing. And one thing that my friend said to me was, the more I open my third eye and learn how to really use it, I will be able to see the past, present and future me and fully know myself, because I don't know myself. Again, that's what shrooms taught me. And I guess that's the only way to fully know yourself, is to know all parts of you. So, okay, I'm going to stop there. So, I'd love to hear your thoughts, of course. Anyone that hasn't taken shrooms and you're wondering about it, I hope this has helped you in some way to have more knowledge about it. There's great things you can research online in case you're really worried about, you know, side effects. I was very lucky in that I was in a nice environment. I wasn't outside. I don't think I would have been able to deal with it if I was outside in a club or something. It would have been too much. Even just the lights on the wall, as I said to you, were enough to keep me entertained for several hours. So, I'd love to know what your experiences were. If they were similar to this, probably not, but if, you know, there was something that rings true, because I'm pretty sure there is throughout everyone's experience. So, yeah. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and I'm so happy to see you guys again, because, well, it's been a while, and it's going to be a little longer until I can do some more filming, because I go on holiday with my family tomorrow for a week. So, anyhow, I love you guys, all of the support you give me, and I hope you have a great day. Peace and love to you all. That's all I could wish for.